DVR logo, Colorado Department of Labor and Employment. General Program Overview. Dark hair Krista Hedlund, Regional Manager, sits in a chair and is wearing a black shirt.
The Colorado Department of Labor and Employment, Division of Vocational Rehabilitation, believes that all Coloradans who want to work can work, and the Personal Adjustment Training Unit provides opportunities to develop skills to meet that goal. Specifically, the PAT unit provides specialized training to individuals who are blind or have low vision to become independent in their home, community, and at employment. Individualized training is tailored to meet each individual's unique vision loss, needs, experiences, and employment goals. Training can occur in a variety of settings to include the home, community, and various DVR offices.
Denver Metro Office. Gray-haired Jim sits in a chair. He is wearing a black sweater and sunglasses.
I'm legally blind, so my vision's 2800. I also have no peripheral vision, and I'm very sensitive to light. And so I can see some things. I see light and dark, and if there's a lot of contrast, I can see things, but I'm unable to read or drive, or I need to use a cane, white cane, to get around.
Jim enters the DVR building from the parking lot. Jim walks down a hallway using a white cane.
With DVR's assistance, I've got a job working for the local university. I'm a professor there. I teach doctoral students psychology. So I'm teaching a few classes there, as well as supervising the students in their clinical work.
After Jim's interview, new student with dark hair, Joe, sits in a chair, wearing a blue Denver Broncos t-shirt.
Well, my sight is 0. I don't have any vision whatsoever. I work at the ARC thrift store. My place of work, they were able to provide those accommodations that I needed for assistive technology, or, adapting to the workplace. I do the store announcements. I answer their phone. And I also work putting their hangers together. So during personal adjustment training, I learned street crossings.
A pedestrian signal counting down the time for the crossing.
And then when I actually had a job, learning how to get to the job, as well as other areas around the job. And I also did a little bit of adaptive cooking. And then I worked with a job placement provider. My place of work, they were able to provide those accommodations that I needed for assistive technology, or, adapting to the workplace.
Well, I think the biggest thing for me was being able to use a computer. I had stopped using a computer just because I couldn't see the screen at all. And in my work, it's just, well, in life, you need a computer anymore. So that was my biggest concern. Getting around, the mobility and orientation training that I got was really important, so that I felt like I could comfortably get to the school and just get around in general, and that's incredibly helpful to me.
I feel like my mobility skills have improved since I've had the personal adjustment training. I have a lot more confidence than I had before the personal adjustment training.
When I first moved here, this was the first I'd lived by myself for quite some time. And so there was just a lot of skills in terms of learning how to cook and clean and mark things so I knew how to do it, or which button to push. Lots of little details of things that I just really didn't know how to do and was concerned. So the PAT program was huge in terms of helping me be able to function just more effectively in life. take care of myself, get around, get to places, and use a computer and a phone comfortably. And those were huge pieces in helping me feel more confident and able to do the things that I'm doing now.
Jim walks down a hallway and locates the Daily Living Skills Training Kitchen using his white cane. Jim measures out sugar into a mixing bowl over a blue tray. Jim over-scoops sugar with a measuring cup and uses a butter knife to level it out.
Well, for one thing, just being able to do much more by myself, just independently, makes a giant difference in my, not only in my ability to function, but in terms of my confidence level.
PAT bulletin board with flyers and a low vision calendar surrounded by posters made by PAT students.
And that's huge. I think it's not uncommon for people with low vision or blindness to struggle with confidence because there's so much that's incredibly challenging for us to do.
Sign that states, "My ability is stronger than my disability."
And it's easy to feel like, oh, I can't do that. That's something I won't be able to even think about. And so then to gain these independent skills that help me function on my own it's immeasurable.
For more information, please visit dvr.colorado.gov or call 303-318-8571.